Today I'm going to go over the Pop Art Color Guide and how to apply the Pop Art color style to your self-portrait. So hopefully you have finished your outlines at this point, and now you're going to convert those outlines to a color scheme. So on this example is the Marilyn Monroe by Andy Warhol, and we have the bright colors, and I'm going to use that as an example for my colors. Here is another example of the bright colors that you can use if you choose. So here is my outlined face, and just to review, you are looking and working in the layer panel, so you should have all of your layers visible. And you can turn off and check your layers to make sure that their shapes are in the right layer by turning off and on the eye icon. Okay, so here I have my mouth drawn and outlined, and you can see the paths that are created. One trick, if you click the arrow down, you can see every path individually, and you can turn them off individually. For applying color, this is helpful when things are in front of or behind, in the foreground and background. So I'm going to take one shape at a time and go to my color guide. So you need to open the color guide panel on the right hand side, and there's going to be a drop down where you have a lot of different options for color schemes. So browse through those, and you're going to choose one that looks similar to the colors that you want to apply to your portrait. So I'm going with high contrast. When I select it, now I have a variety of shades and tints to choose from that will help guide the values that I've defined. Okay, so you're going to follow your self-portrait photograph where you've labeled according to the value scale, 0 to 10, 0 being white and 10 being black. And then you are going to convert each object to the shade. So I'm going to just kind of play around with different colors, and again, because we're going with the pop art style, you don't have to choose realistic colors. So here are, as I select the object, I can see what the color fill is going to be and what the stroke is going to be. So what you want to do is make sure to turn off your stroke and apply a fill. Now your fill, if there are any that are set to black, you will lose points for that. So make sure that as you click on the object, there is no black stroke set. And if you hit this little red none button, then it turns it off. Okay? So fill, I'm using my color guide. I'm going to choose for the shadows the darker shades. And if it's not right the first time, that's okay. You can always change it later or go try different options. Now in this object, I can't see the path that's behind it, so I'm going to go to the layer panel and move that around. And I can see if I turn that layer off and on what is underneath. So I'm going to rearrange the order so that now I can see both of my layers. So applying different colors to each shape according to the value that you chose. All right, so I'm going to keep going with that, and at the end you should have something that looks kind of like this. This is a partial facial completion, and yours will be completely filled in, but just a work in progress, just so you can see. And if I zoom in there, you can kind of see where the different values come into play. Okay. All right, you guys are doing great. Make sure that you are taking it step by step to complete each section of your face, and keep up the good work.